I never heard of this show. I never saw a trailer. This show was not on my radar. But as soon as I saw this scene on the internet and look at that, like the armpit lick, I was like, wait a minute, what is this? I officially became the GIF of the cat online. Like, this was me after I saw that scene. So yeah, let's talk about fellow travelers. And welcome to my Safe Gayven, everybody. Thank you guys so much for clicking on another video and joining me here on the Black Gay Comic Geek channel. If this is your first time checking out my channel, checking me out, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Michael. I call myself the Black Gay Comic Geek, and I say the things that I love to talk about on my channel has blood, sex, gore, magic, or any variation of the force. I like to talk about nerd stuff, superheroes, video games, comic books, action movies, horror movies, all of it, and a variation of black representation and queer representation. So if that's something that you are interested in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Guys, I actually just found out right before I hit record to do this video that I just recently crossed another threshold. I just recently crossed, I'm saying that twice, but I just crossed 8,000 subscribers on this channel. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to reach another milestone. So let's keep that going. If you could do me a favor and hit that like button, it'll really help with the YouTube algorithm, getting this video out there, get my channel out there so I can hit 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 20,000, 100,000, 1 million. So thank you guys so much for rocking and enjoying and reviewing and commenting on all of my content. I really appreciate each and every single one of you guys. But guys, just like you saw in the intro of this video, we are here to talk about a brand new show that is currently on Showtime, but you can also watch it on Paramount Plus, and it is called Fellow Travelers. It actually came out, first episode was October 29th, I believe. So right now there are only 3 episodes out. This is gonna be a non-spoiler review because it's pretty new. I don't think there are a lot of people that know about it, have heard about it. I myself, like I said in the intro, never saw a trailer. I knew nothing about the show. I just happened to see a clip and I was like, what is this? So yeah, the synopsis of Fellow Travelers is based on the 2007 fictional novel of the same name by Thomas Mallon. Fellow Travelers follows the paths of political staffers Hawkins Fuller and Tim McLaughlin, whose paths converge at the height of the Lavender Scare of the 1950s. Despite the constant threat of getting caught, their searing love for each other only intensifies in the tumultuous decades that follow. Their volatile romance spans the Vietnam War protests of the 1960s, the drug-fueled disco hedonism of the 1970s, and the AIDS crisis of the 1980s as they face obstacles in the world and in themselves. And so this show stars Matt Bomer, who most people know as I can't think of the guy's name, but the mummy guy from Doom Patrol. He was also in White Collar, Doom Patrol. He was also in a season of American Horror Story. And it also stars Jonathan Bailey, and both lead actors are openly gay, playing, well, they're not open, but playing gay characters. So yay for that in terms of casting. It also has Allison Williams, who most people know as Rose from Get Out. It stars Jelani Aludine as one of the main characters, and it also stars Noah Ricketts, and surprise, playing the role of Joseph McCarthy, Senator McCarthy, is Chris Bauer, who most people, if you know the show True Blood, he played Andy Belfleur, and I haven't seen him since True Blood, so it was good, because I was looking at it, I was like, why does he look so familiar? Oh, that's Andy! So it was a nice surprise to see, because I like that actor and the character. And the thing about this show that's intriguing, outside of just me being a hornball and seeing the sex scenes, is the fact that this show is really a gay political drama, something that you've never really seen before on television. We've seen political dramas like Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder and things like that, but not a gay political drama. And also on top of that, like this, as a queer person myself, this show is depicting American history, gay history, a part of history that I don't know that much about. I know of the Lavender Scare, but I don't know a whole lot about the Lavender Scare. And obviously this show is fictional, so it's telling you about the Lavender Scare through the fictional lens of these two characters. But the Lavender Scare was a real thing. For those of you that don't know about the Lavender Scare, to give you a little bit of backstory and history about it, but there was a time in the US government where they were firing and rounding up people because of communism and all that stuff, the whole McCarthyism era. But they were also rounding up and firing people within government and like news organizations, etc., if they found out that you were gay, lesbian, trans, etc., because they deemed you as a security risk. And so even if you weren't gay, there were people, it was basically like a witch hunt. Some people, I could turn you in, I could be like, if I'm your coworker, I could be like, hey, I think such and such is gay. They would do an investigation and then they would fire you for being queer. And there were a lot of people that lost their jobs, lost their livelihoods, ended up being homeless because they were fired simply for the fact that they liked the same sex. Simply for the fact of who they went home to bed at night. Had nothing to do with their job, just who they loved because of sexual deviance. And then because there are two major characters in this show that are black, when you get to the intersectionality, especially of the 1950s, dealing with racism and homophobia, I can't imagine, the pioneers that we've had and the things that and the struggle that they had to go through just to be able to achieve both black liberation and queer liberation. Granted, we have a long way to go and we're not there. We have not overcome. But I can still put myself on the internet as a black gay comic geek. I can walk the streets and drink out of any water fountain I want. I cannot be, banned. Well, depending on where I go, at least in America, depending on certain states, at least in the East Coast, I don't have to worry about getting attacked to a certain extent. I'm just saying it's not as bad as it used to be. And so I'm just like, I can't imagine not really being able to be my full authentic self like I am to 8,000 people on YouTube and 120,000 people on TikTok, 16,000 people on Instagram, etc., not being my authentic black queer selves. And it just it was hard out here for black queer people and just queer people in general during this time. And so just learning about that part of the history and seeing how people did or didn't navigate through that time. Again, it's told through a fictional lens, so obviously there are some embellishments with regards to that, but this was real. There's no embellishment of the McCarthy era. And something that's a tale as old as time, one of the main proponents and pushers of the McCarthy era was Joseph McCarthy's right-hand man, Roy Cohn, which if you've seen the play Angels in America, Roy Cohn was a very prominent lawyer who was behind all of the firing and getting rid of queer workers in the government, only to find out decades later he himself was gay. He ended up dying from HIV/AIDS complications that he got from another man. So it's the same thing, again, usually the most homophobic people are the ones that are deeply closeted themselves. But with that said, I can't just ignore the sexy. Like I said, that's the thing that got me into the show. And this show is sexy. I love the chemistry between the two leads. I feel it. I feel the romance. I feel the tension. I feel the sexual lust and romance budding between these two actors and these two characters. And then also, when it comes to the sexy, and granted, I get, there are people around, there are lights, camera, action, and all of that stuff. But I'm just the way they do the sex scenes, especially considering both the actors themselves are openly gay. They're playing closeted gay characters, but they're still openly gay. I'm just how are they not getting hard? Or maybe they are, we just don't know about it. But I'm just they can't not get hard during these sex scenes because the way some of the stuff that they're doing, there's no pretending. Like I showed in the beginning, the armpit lick, but look at this scene right here. Jonathan Bailey, he has Matt Bomer's foot in his mouth. He's actually sucking his toes. There's no acting. There's no pretending. And then look at that. His face is buried in this man's crotch. There is no acting there. Well, yeah, but anyway, there's so much I can say without getting into spoilers, and this is not a spoiler review, but I definitely recommend to check out Fellow Travelers. Again, if you have Paramount Plus, if you have Showtime, if you want to get the free trial, whatever, or you want to get it for the month or get it to watch the episodes and then cancel right after that, I totally say check out Fellow Travelers because 3 episodes in, I'm intrigued, I'm hooked, I'm reeled in, I'm dialed in. I can't wait to see how this season unfolds. Hopefully, I guess if they're going through the decades, the 50, if they do it right, they'll do every single season a new decade. So the first season would be the 50s, second season would be the 60s, third season would be the 60s, fourth season would be the fifth. I lost count, but you know what I'm saying. Until we get to the 80s, and granted, they all jump into the 80s in this first episode. You know, these couple episodes, but really like diving into those decades, it would be smart if they take each season and do a new decade. But yeah, I'm intrigued. Like I said, there are 3 episodes out. And the way it looks, like the score, the set design, all of that stuff is incredible. The way the camera is shot, all of it is great. Like, I have no complaints with regards to the show right now. Obviously, you know, I would say I wish there were more black characters. Hashtag make it blacker, make it gayer. But I enjoy the black characters and leading black characters and time that we get to spend with these characters and the dialogue that they're telling with these characters, and not ignoring the fact that they are black and gay and not just focusing on their queerdom. Like, I appreciate what we're getting from the black characters that we do have. So yeah, I'm along for the ride of Lavender Scare is what happened, the event. But I'm enjoying the ride of Fellow Travelers. I am a traveler on this show, so I would totally recommend it. But for anybody that has seen Fellow Travelers, let me know in the comment section below, what did you think, or what do you think about these first 3 episodes? And if you haven't seen Fellow Travelers, are you interested in Fellow Travelers? Have you read the book, for anybody that has watched the show? But yeah, is the book worth checking out? I'm kind of curious to check out the book as well. But you know, sometimes TV show adaptations are way more diverse than the book. So if it's not the same characters, I don't know if I want to read it, but let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, once again, if you can, hit that thumbs up button and like this video to really help out with the YouTube algorithm. And if this is one of your first time checking out one of my videos, please check out the other videos on my channel. If you like what you see, please subscribe for more and hit that bell notification button so you're alerted every single time I post a new video, and tell your friends, families, and neighbors about my channel to help me continue to grow. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.